Greetings. Most people separate themselves from the breath of life, which is the God life that is within themselves. And those are the people who are separated and divided, delusional, and confused because they claim to be a child of God, yet they are declaring that they are not God. But my encouragement to those of you who are listening to me is that you must believe and accept your God self. In other words, you must embrace the life that is within you, which is your true essence. So, in many videos, when you hear me say, love yourself, believe in yourself, and embrace yourself, I'm speaking about your true essence. I'm speaking about your invisible self, the self of you whereby all things are possible, the miraculous self that most people do not activate. So I'm encouraging you to activate your miraculous self, the self of you that can do all things. That is why you're told that you can do all things through this Christ power, this Christ consciousness. That is the very life that is within you. And that is why you must awake from the dream of life to know who you are. Because in order for you to have this human experience in this three-dimensional world, you had to go through amnesia, which is a state of forgetfulness. And that is why I'm bringing this message to you to help to activate that gene that is in you that can bring back that remembrance to you. So when you read in the Bible that God breathed the breath of life into man and man became a living soul, it is basically teaching you that God descend into generation and must ascend into regeneration. It means that you must experience the birth from above, the birth from the skull, to have an awakened imagination. Because truly, God in man is man's awareness of being. Your imagination is the very life that is within you. That is why when I have conversation with religious and superstitious people, I normally ask them this question. If you do not have any life in you, could you tell me about God, Jesus, anything about the Bible? And they would say no. And I will ask them the question, so what is the reason for that? Why, if you do not have life, you cannot say anything about God or Jesus? And many times they fail to realize that God is life. Life is God. For there is nothing higher than life. So when we speak about God, we're not speaking about a man who lives in the sky. We're not speaking of an entity outside of ourselves. But most people separate themselves from God because they do not believe that they are God in flesh. They believe that there was some other man 2,000 years ago who had that special power and who was divine. But that is not the truth. We are all divine. We are all spirit having a human experience. It is God that is playing all the parts in this world. Even the foolish, they are God asleep. The religious, superstitious, delusional ones, they are God asleep. But those of us who have awakened from the dream of life, we have always been here telling man to awake. Awake, thou that sleepest. And you will discover the light that is within you. You will discover that you cannot really die. But this human experience and this three-dimensional plane, it is temporal. Therefore, you have to accept your mortality as well as your immortality. Most people accept their mortality. They know they're going to die, but they never accept their immortality. Yet, the religious ones tell them that there's life after death. The reason for that is because life cannot really die, but there can always be a metamorphosis. Okay? You see, the life can be transmuted into any form, and death is a form of sleep. So a death over here is a life over, being born over into the spiritual world. And a death in the spiritual world is an experience here in this physical world. It's all a great metamorphosis. So, my brothers and my sisters, accept the breath of life that is within you as being your most valuable possession. Embrace the breath of life as your God power that you can use to achieve your every desire. In short, I'm saying accept the fact that your real identity is actually your divinity. All you need to do is look inwardly and realize that it is your own thoughts that is creating your reality and creating your personality. For as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Therefore, if a man think he has an enemy on the outside, he will definitely face things in his life that would make him believe that you have an enemy outside. But if a man knows that there is no enemy but that which is within, then he will know to conquer the enemy within by being in control of his thoughts and his action. And in short, being in full control of his mind. He will realize that we are living in a mental universe and that everything is mental, everything is psychological, everything was first a thought, everything was first an idea. So, with that being said, my brother, my sister, I want to thank you very much for listening to me. I want to say to you, if this is the very first time that you listen to me, what I'm saying, if it makes sense to you and if it really resonates with you and you haven't subscribed already, I'm definitely encourage you to subscribe, to like, to comment, to share this video. Also, if you like to follow me on Instagram, you like to follow me on TikTok, you can definitely follow me at Black Mad Guru. And if you need to get my merchandise, like my books and my merch, if you want one-on-one, if you would like some coaching, mentoring, anything that you would need, I just want to let you know that all the links are down below. So with that being said, my brothers and my sisters, I just want to say peace, love you all, out.